Hi everybody, Lori here from Unique in the Creek, and today I'm going to show you how to put together this perfect Halloween wreath made on the Unique in the Creek oval board. We are going to be using obviously the oval, and I got this amazing trick or treat sign. It is wood or MDF, and it fits perfectly in the middle, so it's going to be fabulous. However, I'm going to be cutting the string off and putting the cable mounts on the sides. I'm also going to be using this 10.5 by 10 yard drift border stripe mesh. So that gets in the black and white from the sign. And then we're going to just use this awesome 2.5 inch ribbon. And this is the only ribbon we're going to use. We don't want to pretty it up too much because it is a Halloween wreath. But look how perfect that ribbon matches with this sign. The ribbon does have a border drift on it too, same as the border stripe. So I think it's going to look absolutely fabulous. So we're going to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my sign all together. So I'm just going to measure, put it upside down. I like to take the stickers off just because with the oval, you'll be able to see the sticker through the back. So we don't want any customers seeing that. I'm also, now you can use the rope if you want to help hang your sign. I'm just going to cut it off because I'm just going to use my cable mount and pipe cleaner to the back. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your cable mount, and I'm going to peel the whole thing off, which means the rubber padding right on the cable mount too. So once you get a corner, you can just roll it back, and we want to get down right to the plastic. Okay, and we'll do that on both. So there is a paper, but we're going to take the actual padding off, and we're going to hot glue this right to the sign. All right, so there we go. Okay, I'm just going to put it, because I want my sign pretty much in the center of my wreath, and right straight down. You can tell the center, and same with going this way. So I am going to put my cable mount right on the sides. So you take your hot glue gun, all right, and this is right in the middle. So I'm just going to put a blob right there. And put that down. Now don't push it down with your fingers or anything. Use the scissors to hold it down. Let this sit for a sec, and then I am going to do the other side again, right in the middle. And that way we have it even right across the middle. Okay, and we're going to set this aside and let it dry. I love this sign. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to set this to the top here, let it dry, because it'll be all nice and stuck by the time we're done. Okay, next we are going to cut our ribbon. Now we need 20 pieces. Like I said, we're going to be using almost this full roll of ribbon. And I'm going to cut the ribbon at 14-inch pieces. Okay, so I'm going to get my measure buddy. You can use a ruler, you can use a cutting mat, you can use your measure buddy, you can use a piece of cardboard at 14 inches and wrap it around. I'm going to use the measure buddy that we sell on our website. It measures from 8 inches all the way up to 20-inch increments. So I'm going to pull number 1 right out to 14, And they do lock in place for each increment, but one is 14 all the way out. And we need 20 pieces. I'm going to do 5 at a time or 4 at a time because this ribbon's kind of thick and it's got the snowdrift edge. So if we keep wrapping it too much, then the tails will get a little bit bigger and bigger each time we wrap it. So I'm just going to do, so this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5's good. Cut it off the roll. Take it off your measuring tool. I'm going to fold it horizontally like this, long ways. And I'm going to put it on my cutting mat, put my thumb about 1 inch from the end and cut from the folded up to the corner. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we got 15 more to do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we got 20 pieces of ribbon cut. Fold these. We're going to fold them all in half. Look at this. Very easy. All right, so our ribbon tails are all ready to go. We'll just put this to the side. And now we are going to cut our mesh. We need 20 pieces of mesh. And we are going to cut them at 16 inches. Again, this is a border striped drift mesh. So the drift, you might not be able to see it on my mat, but the drift is black, just like the ribbon. Oh, that's going to look so super cool. Okay, so we're going to cut 16-inch pieces all the way through the whole roll. Okay. So 32, 16. Okay, so now you're going to take your zip ties once you have everything ready to go. And on row 1, we're going to go right between the chamfered holes, which are the hanging holes. We're going to go down the first hole and up the middle one. So down 1 to, I would call it 1.5. I'm going to skip this one, and I'm going to go down this one, skip this one, go down. So we're skipping every other one, preloading them open. You're going to take one of your pieces of ribbon, unfold it, and you're going to scrunch it right up the center and fold it up, just like that. Then you're going to take a piece of your mesh, and we are going to do just a straight ruffle, which is you're going to do curled down. And you have the border stripe at the right and left hand side of you with your cut edges at the top and bottom, like that, okay? And we're going to scrunch or pleat it right up the center, and try and start your pleat and end your pleat with this cut edge facing downwards like that. So when I flipped it over, you can see where the cut edges are. We want them facing towards the board, okay? I'm going to put your mesh on right in the center, right where your zip tie is. Take your ribbon tail that you just folded and then come around with your zip tie. Okay, and before you tighten anything up, make sure everything's nice and straight, your ribbon tails. Alrighty, and then pull tight. And we can cut this one off. And then we're going to do this exact same for the next one. So get your ribbon tail ready. And we're putting this together step by step. Alright, again, I started my ruffle with the mesh facing down towards the table. Put the center of your mesh right on the zip tie. Put your tail facing outwards and go around. And tighten it up once you're all good to go there. So we're going to do the same thing all the way around row 1. Then we'll go back and we're going to do the inside of row 2. Okay, now we're going to do the inside of row 2. So wherever we put a zip tie on row 1, we're going to go to the empty spot on the next row. So you can see it's empty right here. So I'm going from this hole to the inside of the board. And we are going to do the same thing, a ruffle and put a ribbon tail. You're going to put your ruffle right on the board in between the two, the tail and the head of the zip tie. Come around, zip it up, make sure your ribbon tails are pretty much straight and same size before you tighten it up. There we go, we're going to cut that. So as you can see, we will be filling up the board. So there's a zip tie here, so we're going right there. So every other again. Oh, I didn't hear that zip, but it locked. Oh, there we go. And I just fold it back in underneath the edge here. Okay, so we have right here we're going. So as you can tell, it gets quite full fast without using every hole, every set of holes. Okay, we have one more left, the last one. And then we will put our sign on. And then once we get our sign on, we'll fix all our ribbons, put a hanger on it, and we will be done. The last ribbon. So I know I didn't miss any because this is the last ribbon and this is the last piece of mesh. Okay, now I'm going to squish it in here. Get our ribbon in here. Come around. And we're done. That was pretty easy. Alrighty, we are done the base of our wreath. We're going to put our sign on. It's pretty cool. Kind of like the, it's not really monochromatic, but just the simple different colors. Okay, here is our sign. Oh, that's going to look wicked cool. Look at that. Isn't that going to look awesome? Now, we don't want to put our sign on upside down, like Lori does a lot. So you want to make sure this is the top. So we're going to put our zip tie through the hanging hole. So down one hole and up the other. And you're making a hanger. Zip it a little bit and then cut the tail off so it'll stop zipping. This is the middle of your board. So there is a zip tie there right in the middle. We're going to use the pipe cleaners right over the zip tie. Again, making sure that the top, you know where the top is. And so your sign is not upside down. And I'm going down the hole and just around the inside here. And when I flip it over, you'll see exactly where I'm going. Now I'm going to do the same with the other side. Just spread the mesh and go down right over top of the zip tie and ribbon. There we go. Yay, and I did it. Okay, I'm just going to give it a twist right like that. So I'm pulling it up till I can feel it hit the mesh. Give it a twist. So I'm just using the pipe cleaner from the hole to the inside of the board because the oval is kind of narrow. Now what we want to do is make sure all our tails that we put in the second row are pulled out. So we're going to go around and make sure they're all pulled out before we totally secure the sign. Just take it around, give it a spin. See, there's one underneath. We want to make sure they're all out. Alrighty, so they're all pulled out. Nothing's under the sign. So I can tighten my sign now. Now I just fixed all my ribbons, so I'm just going to pull from behind. There we go. And give it a good tightening. Okay, I'm pulling the other side just down a bit. That one's good. Just so you can see that the sign is level. One side's not like higher up or, you know, lopsided. Okay. Pull these back because I'm going to flip the wreath over and I don't want all my ribbon that I just fixed all over the place. Flip that over nice and gently, like that. And now we're just going to cut the pipe cleaners off, the ends off, and put them down the hole here, just like that. Keep it nice and neat. Push some of this mesh. Good there. And you can also put a little bit of glue just down the hole there, just to keep those pipe cleaners in place. And there we go. We are done. This is uber cute, man. So I'm going to go around and fix my mesh and my ribbons to make sure I can see the outside, all the ribbon tails. And that's it. That took us 40 minutes to make. It is 28 by 20. Nice size wreath. Really cute for Halloween. But we want to see some of this snowdrift with this orange spider ribbon. So make sure you go around and fix all your pretties that you put in. This is super cool. I'm not a Halloween fan, but I think I really like this one. I think I did good on this one. And it's very simple. Alrighty, that's it. And now we have ready to hang it up. I'll fix the rest of my ribbon tails on the door. Thank you for joining me, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that little bell for notifications when I'm going to go live. Thanks everybody for joining me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.